So thank you all for attending the session on the performance multiplier. So how strategic partners can do exactly what the title says, help you multiply your performance. Now before we get started, it looks like, are you all publishers? I'm looking at the lanyards. All publishers? Are you a publisher? Yeah. Oh, now we have an advertiser. Okay, so I'm gonna talk through opportunities for both publishers and advertisers, and I encourage you to. And since we have a lot of publishers here, I'll definitely focus and try to call out when there's opportunities that are relevant for you, and same for on the advertiser side. Some of the opportunities lean more heavily. As one list of the partners that I'll talk through lean more heavily for advertisers, but I encourage publishers to keep an open mind. And you're interested in driving new users too, I'm sure, just like an advertiser might be, and there might be opportunities there too. And the second thing is, if you're as a publisher have something like a deeper integration or something you think there's an opportunity for a closer referral partnership or something with CJ, then let me know and we can have that conversation too, because that's really what my team is focused on. But yeah, to start off with a quick intro. Oh yeah, the other thing I want to say is I'm going to talk about over 20 different partners in 20 minutes. I'm not going to be able to go super in depth about each, but to keep this as actionable as possible for all of you, I encourage you to try to think of walk away with at least 2 of them that are opportunities that you want to scope after this and action on. And I wouldn't say 95% of the partners I'll talk about here are in attendance at CJU, so you can catch them in the app. I'm happy to make introductions. There's a small group here, so I can make one-to-one introductions, no problem. And also happy to answer any questions you have, of course, about them. Or if you want me to stop, and since we're such a small group, if you want me to stop and go more in depth, let me know. Happy to take questions along the way too. But yeah, that's my recommendation, is to try to walk away with at least 2 partners that you can focus on. Yeah, first quick introduction to myself. So my name is Eirik Buo. The first thing people ask when they see my name spelled out is, how do you pronounce that? And I found that the best way to explain it is the letter I, and then Rick. And I learned that from coffee shops, because that's how the baristas would spell my name on the cup. And now when I buy coffee, I go by Eric. But anyways, so I'm the Strategic Partnerships Director at CJ. I started my CJ career on the client development side, managing advertiser programs. Then I went into the self-service side of our business, where I was overseeing all our self-service advertisers who manage their programs in-house. And I was really focused on finding scalable solutions that can help the whole network, right? Because it's too big of a portfolio to help them one-to-one. So really focused on how can you find solutions that can help everyone. And over the last couple of years, I've been taking that mindset to our strategic partnerships. So also helping the publisher side and the network as a whole with what are the partner solutions that we can really grow together with. So that brings me to kind of the challenges that our team is tasked with solving, and it's a very broad remit. But did people have a chance to attend the keynote yesterday? As you learned there, we're a commerce network, we're very focused on that, and the world of commerce and customer journeys are really expanding and really changing. So what we're focused on is ensuring that CJ has touch points available across the entire customer journey, the commerce journey, so to speak, touch points everywhere, and then also the reliable tracking and attribution that comes with that, which is not an easy feat nowadays when customers go through 10 different publisher sites before they check out. They go on Gen and II and they check out right there. They never go to the advertiser site. They get inspiration in store, but then buy online. How do you track and attribute all that, right? That's kind of what we're working on solving for, that we have touch points for you across all those points, but also that we can track and attribute the performance accurately. So discovery is cross-surface, activation is siloed. If you work to launch a campaign in one channel, maybe there's a lot of tech work involved, legal work, all these things, and then it's only for that channel. We're focused on scalable solutions that are, can help you across your marketing ecosystem, and also that CJ becomes the one platform you can go to for campaigns across all types of channels. And then friction is slowing testing. So in a similar vein, when there's a lot of integration work needed, or you have to go through legal, all these things, it's hard to test something. You're interested in an opportunity, but if there's all these barriers to get it live, then you're probably never going to get the test off the ground. And that's why what we're focused on is finding solutions that are easy to activate, and then proof isn't repeatable, or said another way, tracking isn't always accurate in the changing privacy landscape, browser changes, and then of course changing customer journeys. Accurate tracking attribution is really hard, but we're working with partners that help us. We're building in-house solutions, of course, but then we're also working with partners that I'll talk through that help us ensure we have a reliable performance tracking, so you know exactly how your campaigns with CJ are performing and where you should invest. So then we have 4 main categories of partners that I'll talk through. First one is our universal tag partners. Those are partners that are embedded within our universal tag, meaning we can enable them for advertisers with no integration work necessary. Now, since we have a few publishers in attendance, and I'm already having conversations with Adrian about this, is if you have a solution that requires some sort of deeper integration, let's talk. Maybe there's an opportunity for you to be embedded in our tag. If there's any sort of upfront work that's a barrier for getting advertisers activated, let's talk, because that's what we really want to solve for, is making sure we remove those barriers. And then we have our complementary tech partners who offer some sort of tech solution that is complementary and additive to CJ's tech stack. Channel expansion, speaking of affiliate being the channel of channel and us wanting to have opportunities across all like affiliate, you can work with any type of, you can do any type of marketing, and with AI especially, there's a lot of new marketing type opportunities popping up, and we want to make sure those are available within our network. I'll talk through a few of those opportunities, and then of course marketplaces and the growth of retail media, making sure affiliate is a part of retail media, and you can, as a publisher, you can get a piece of retail media dollars, and then as an advertiser, you can invest in retail media inventory within affiliate. So I'll start with our complementary technology partners. The first one was also teased during the keynote session, and it's embedded checkout. So we've partnered with Firmly to offer this, and at the highest level, what it means is a customer sees a product they want to buy on a publisher, like in creator promoting something, could be anywhere, and they can buy it right there. They never have to go to the advertiser's site. This concept has been around for a while, but what's unique about Firmly is that they're using agentic AI to do it, so there's no integration work needed on the merchant side. So we think we can scale this on the merchant side fairly quickly, because they don't have to do anything technically. It's all solved through Firmly's proprietary AI solution, and essentially what they do is they mirror the merchant site on the publisher site, so you can check out right then and there. And then on the publisher side, the benefit to you is if a customer checks out this way, is you get the first party data, and the merchant still stays the merchant of record, but you share the first party data, so you, as a publisher, you get much richer data, and of course increased conversion rate. And if you've been following along, I'm sure you've seen a lot of the Gen AI platforms are starting to add this. It's fairly new. I'm sure there's some hesitation with customers still on this type of solution, depending on their age maybe. but my expectation is that this will kind of become the consumer expectation in the future, is that wherever you see something, you can buy something. And then similarly, so speaking of commerce journeys, this is essentially a new commerce journey, right? You don't have to go anywhere. You can check out right where you see the product. And then on the complete opposite end of that coin, we have CJ Wallet, which is, if Firmly is for the customer that's ready to check out immediately, CJ Wallet is for the customer that is not ready to check out and wants to check out later. So this solution initially was aimed at solving for when you find products online, or you're browsing and you see something you like, an offer you like, there's no easy way to save that offer for later. What do people do? You keep the tab open, or you take a screenshot. But this was really designed to be like the paper version of, or the digital version of an old paper coupon, where you can just add it to your digital wallet, and then you have it there for when you're ready to shop. The cool thing is that once a customer adds this to their wallet, it opens up some really powerful opportunities, which is you can send them notifications. So like, oh, this offer expires in 3 days. You can use it in store. So affiliate publishers mostly used to just getting commission for online sales, right? Well, with this, when a customer clicks and downloads this, we have our CJ tracking parameters that are created. They're tied to the unique code that's in that pass. When a customer checks out with that code in the store, we can tie that back to the initial click on your site, and you get commission for it just like an online sale. It also opens up some very cool opportunities when it comes, because it's on their phone, and digital wallets with Google Wallet and Apple Wallet have geo-targeting capabilities. So if they get close to the merchant store, you can send a notification, or even better, if they get close to a competitive store, you can be like, hey, reminder, you have this offer with us. So this is something, since there's a lot of publishers, I'll just say we have had conversations with merchants, and we've had a lot of merchant interest in this. So I think you'll see a lot of CJ campaigns where this will be an opportunity for you to promote these types of offers moving forward. And again, on the publisher side, right, you can earn commissions on in-store, which is a huge incremental opportunity compared to just online. So staying in the mobile space, but moving over to tracking, like I said, making sure we have a reliable performance tracking across the entire commerce network is really important. Button is our preferred app partner. The reason, and of course, mobile is growing, never stops growing, app usage is growing. A lot of brands are really focused on driving traffic to their app. Unfortunately, a lot of brands haven't focused on optimizing app for affiliate. Now, Button's solution, what's great about them, we can work with any MMP. Specifically, Button has a tailor-made solution for affiliate where they optimize the customer, where they route the customer based on an underlying methodology that they have, where they improve the conversion rate. Like, do we send this customer to the app? Do we send it to mobile web? Do we send them to download your app if they don't have the app already? And they do continuous A/B testing through their campaigns where they show they have a 41% conversion lift for mobile traffic for the advertisers that they work with. So if you're an advertiser and you have an app and you're not set up with app tracking yet, we highly recommend Button, and we can make that referral for you. Staying with the tracking theme, concurrent tracking is really important. So I'm sure many of you are familiar with our universal tag, which is our preferred tracking method. That's a browser side tracking method, and it allows some really cool opportunities, which I'll talk about later through partnerships. It allows some really rich data gathering. But the most reliable form of tracking is server-side tracking. Now that has some limitations on the data side, but if you have both types of tracking, then you get the best of both worlds, and we call that concurrent tracking. Now the challenge we run into with that is that when an advertiser has spent significant time integrating our universal tag, and we tell them, oh, we also need to integrate server-side tagging, they're like, no, we'll do that later, right? And then later never happens. So that's why we would partner with Stape and Addingwell, because they can allow you to set up server-side tracking with no tech work needed. So any marketing person can connect with Stape or Addingwell, and they can set up concurrent tracking for you. And it doesn't, like, you don't need any tech expertise at all, and you also get a CJ referred discount. And these are also not affiliate specific partners. If you can use them for server-side tracking across all your platforms. Then moving over to CJ Marketplaces, where we're focused on expanding into marketplaces as they are growing. Affiliate has traditionally been a very D2C focused space, right? But the growth of marketplaces, now we want to make sure that brands that sell on marketplaces have an opportunity to promote an affiliate too, and then also that publishers have an opportunity to promote the products that are happening on or are available within these marketplaces. So the biggest news this year is our launch of TikTok Shop as a advertiser in CJ. What this means is all of TikTok Shop sellers and products are available within CJ. The commissions are set by the sellers themselves, so you can generally expect higher commission rates. Like when the marketplace themselves pay the commission, it's generally lower, but because the commissions are set by the brands, you can expect much higher. All the tracking parameters that you would see on a normal D2C CJ program are available. That's been a challenge with Amazon. That's not a challenge with TikTok Shop. And really the goal here is to expand and grow to compete against like Amazon, right? TikTok Shop wants to become a full marketplace that can compete against the Amazons of the world. So if you're a publisher, there's Myth publishers here. I highly encourage you to check out our TikTok Shop program. Happy to have conversations about this and how you can start earning commissions from TikTok Shop sellers. And also the other thing I wanted to say about this is TikTok is here too, and this is new to them, and we worked with them on building out the capabilities to do this, and they're very receptive to feedback right now. So getting in early, if there's like specific needs you need for you to promote TikTok Shop, get in now so we can get the feedback to TikTok while they're still building it out, because if we come back 6 months later and it's like, oh, we needed this for us to be able to promote, then it might be too late. But right now we have their ear and they're receptive to feedback. Then, of course, Amazon, we announced last year that we can now launch programs for Amazon sellers, and we have several Amazon direct CJ clients. We also have partner networks with Partner Boost, so all of Partner Boost sellers, which is over 1,800, are all available for you to promote in CJ. We just launched Artemis Ads as a second partner network, so you can work with all of their sellers all through CJ. And then we are launching Hyperlink soon, and we're in conversations with several other seller networks about launching them in our network. And the goal we're trying to solve for here is really on the publisher side. There's been a lot of Amazon seller networks popping up, but what we understand, it's a fragmented landscape, and having to integrate with several individual networks is not feasible, right? So we want to bring them all into one roof under CJ, so CJ becomes your go-to place for Amazon opportunities, attribution opportunities. Moving over to our universal tag partners. So I know we have a lot of publishers in attendance. These are mostly relevant to advertisers. But again, if you have a solution that requires some sort of integration, let's talk about that and our universal tag opportunities. The first one is everyone is aware of like streaming. People are spending more and more time on streaming services. More and more of the streaming services are adding different advertising tiers. And then the challenge with connected TV advertising generally is that it's all on a CPM, especially for us that come from an affiliate world where we're actually responsible for the performance we drive. But TV Scientific, they offer connected TV campaigns on a CPA. It would normally require an integration because the way they do it is with IP matching. So the IP matching of who watched the ad with who had the sale or the IP of the sale, which requires integration. But now they're in our tag, so we can do this with no integration for you. So again, it's connected TV ads that you can get a guaranteed ROI because it's on a CPA. It's also managed by TV Scientific, who are experts on their own in targeting these campaigns and helping manage them for you. And again, like I said, for publishers too, like if you might be promoting your own products in some sense, maybe TV Scientific is an opportunity there too, right? Publishers also need to drive new customers. So we just launched Soreto, super excited about this one. I think everyone knows that word of mouth marketing is the most powerful form of marketing, right? People trust their family and friends more than any brand message out there. It kind of ties into what Dr. Collins was talking about in yesterday's keynote with culture, and you listen to the people around you and the society you're a part of, right? So Soreto gives you a plug-and-play solution to do this, where your customers can become your brand ambassadors. You can embed this anywhere in your site, but through CJ you don't have to do any integration work. So this essentially the way it works is a customer checks out, that's the most normal place, it could be anywhere, and you give them, hey, get 20% off if you refer your customers and share this across social media. And right there they can share that, just click a button, they can share that across their social media. And then of course there's an offer to drive their new customers. And it's also, the data shows that these customers that are referred, they spend more and they're also more likely to refer further customers. So it kind of gets the flywheel effect going. Very cool opportunity. And then I'm sure it's a goal of every company in the entire world to drive new customers to their site and also bring back ones that have abandoned. So we have a partner called EngageX that can help you prospect new customers across programmatic. What they do is they learn about the visitors to your site. They create lookalike audiences to ensure they're going after only net new audiences, and they target them across programmatic, and it's all charged on the CPA. So again, ROI guaranteed for these types of campaigns, and it does not interfere with whatever programmatic ads you're running internally. And then they can also do retargeting for you if you wish that as well. And then moving into retail media, we have Rocked within our tag. I should clarify, there's kind of two sides to retail media, right? There's an advertiser can advertise their offers to drive new customers or drive sales. And then you have the other side of it where an advertiser can become a host or a publisher, so to speak, where they're monetizing the traffic. This is all about advertisers getting their own offers out there. So Rocked is not looking for hosts. Their tag integration with us is all about, if you're an advertiser or a publisher and you want to work with Rocked in some capacity, you can get access to inventory across some of the world's leading post-checkout inventory across some of the world's leading brands when they're ready to buy customers. And what their tag does is it allows them to really target those. It's a CPC bidding system, but they manage it towards a CPA. So it's not set up as a CPA per se, but you could still get that guaranteed performance because they manage it towards a CPA. And what the tag does is it allows them to target their ads better. So you're just going to see stronger performance, lower cost per click. And then we have BrandSwap, which was just announced in our tag. They're another retail media partner. They're then on the opposite side of that coin, where they are looking for hosts, so they can allow you to monetize your site. If you don't currently do any post-checkout conversion advertising, you can do this now with the click of a button through CJ and monetize the site traffic that's already coming to your site. And then I'll talk through the last two together because they're tied together, but Intently and Upsell It, they're familiar names if you've been an affiliate for a while. They're site optimization solutions that can help you increase your conversion rate, drive higher AOVs. Traditionally, the challenge with them has been that they require an integration, which has been a barrier, but now they're in our tag, so you can enable them with just the click of a button. What I will also call out is in this world where like getting new customers to your site is getting harder and harder in a zero-click world, and also it's getting more expensive with advertising. You really want to make sure that when customers do come to your site, they have an optimized experience and they are converting. That's where these partners come in. They engage with your customers on your site to really help them drive towards the point of conversion. Then getting to my last category of partners that I'll talk about, which is channel expansion opportunities. Speaking of us being a commerce network, we want to have touch points across the entire commerce ecosystem, and being the channel of channels, you can run any type of marketing. And like I said at the beginning, with AI, there's no shortage of new types of advertising popping up. We want to make sure that's all available through CJ, so that's what we're really focused on here. So the first one I'll call out is AI-based, so it's Silver. They're a fashion recognition engine that are embedded within streaming services. So if you're watching your favorite show and you see, oh, I really like that piece of clothing, you can pause, and right there within the app that you're watching it, on the screen, it'll pop up that you can recognize what they're watching and you can buy it right then and there. So we've been working with them over the last, I want to say, a little less than a year on getting the product feeds from CJ advertisers, because that's really what they need, is to recognize your product, is your access to your product feeds. And their product is going live across some of the top streaming platforms within the next few weeks. They're going live this month. But yeah, if you're an advertiser and you want to work with them, you just need to make sure you have a product feed that they can ingest to teach their models to recognize your products. A very similar, another partner coming up is ShopSense AI. So they call themselves the Shazam of streaming. Same thing, right? Their solution can help recognize the things you see on screen that you like, and then you can buy it right then and there. Another AI one, which is Wizard. Same thing, they need access to your product feed to teach their engine to recognize your products and recommend them. All the Gen AI platforms are getting into shopping and shopping recommendations. What's unique about Wizard is that it's by the founders of Jet.com. They've built this from the beginning to be like a shopping engine, right? That's their goal. That's the core product that they're delivering. So it just has better recommendations, more accurate recommendations than the other platforms. Again, this is also going live, I want to say, within a few weeks. Right now, they're onboarding advertisers to get access to the product feeds and teach their models. And then we have more retail media opportunities in the network. These are ones you'll see in our tag in the future. They're not in our tag yet, but they will be. They all have different flavors. We have Tiviso. Adrian is right here, so if anyone's interested. Tiviso actually is very cool in this space because they have a completely unique solution in that they focus on gift with purchase. So what they allow you to do is add value to your customers. They can get a free gift from another brand, a complementary brand, so it really helps drive increased conversion rate, right? And also because they have a unique fit in the space, they're not competitive against some of the other platforms. So you could still do post-checkout, if you want to monetize post-checkout, you could still do that and also do gift with purchase through Tiviso, right? So, so very cool opportunity. I recommend talk to Adrian about it.
I'll give you $10.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah, more opportunities here is Moment Science, Savendas. They all have different flavors. So if you're interested in getting into this space, I recommend talking to all of them, right, to figure out which one fits best for you. And then the last opportunity I'll talk about is digital out of home. So we have advertisers that are also becoming publishers, and they have brick and mortar locations with screens. So with Planet Fitness, they have over 20 million customers nationwide. You can get in front of them while they're running on the treadmill. And then with Western Union, they have, I want to say it's 100 billion impressions monthly across their digital screens in their locations. So yeah, huge opportunity there, and that's now all available through the CJ network. So next steps, like I said at the beginning, try to think of like nail down the 2 to 3 to keep it actionable, right? You're not going to action on all 20. So try to nail down the 2 to 3 that are most relevant to your brands. Let me know. I can help connect you here at CJU. 95% of them are going to be here, or I can give you the contact information, refer you, whatever you want. Happy to answer questions too. And then, implement the solution, test it, pilot it. For many of these, we've tried to remove the friction in launching them. And then if you have questions, you can always reach out to our team at strategicpartnerships.com, at cj.com, and happy to answer any questions. And again, also answering about partners, but also if you want to have a conversation about how we can partner closer together, let us know that as well, of course. So, thank you. Any questions? Do you have a question? Yep. Yep. Yeah.
I'm a publisher. I'm doing e-commerce network from Europe, from France.
Okay.
I'm Clebo. This is my colleague here.
Yeah.
So one question we met a lot with the clients because they heard we all know like TikTok Shop, but some brand they don't have TikTok Shop. They still want to integrate
With TikTok Shop?
Yes.
Yes. So
Sorry, within their brand, they're not going to ask their brand to join a TikTok Shop to open a shop. So they wanted to have a solution in the middle.
So do they have a D2C store, or I'm not necessarily following? So they.
So they don't have a TikTok Shop, but they wanted to get their feed into TikTok Shop.
Okay, so they want to open a TikTok Shop.
No, they don't really want to open because
Okay.
the process is going to be very long. to
Okay,
get the
yes,
people,
thank you.
But they still wanted to have some opportunity to get the feed in or like more traffic.
Okay. So we have not CJ, but our partner agencies are full service TikTok Shop agencies that can help. So we could refer them to someone within TikTok Shop that can help manage the full. But I think they might have to set up a TikTok Shop. I don't know if we can just get the feed in without setting up a TikTok Shop. Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I can ask. I'll ask, but I off the top of my head I don't think that's possible. But I will check.
Think
Yeah.
too, because I was like,
Yeah.
it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
Yesterday we listened to Joey from TikTok.
Yeah.
That he shared.
Joey. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
let's try to figure out how it works. Because there's a lot of demand, of course, and
Yeah.
from a brand.
Yeah.
And another question, sorry, if you don't mind I ask.
Yeah. Go for it. Yeah.
So I heard this CJ wallet.
Yeah.
I think super interesting.
Yeah.
Because we are doing influencer network, and every day there are influencer promoting our like
Yeah.
TikTok brand product.
Yeah.
As it could be a very good opportunity for our influencer to.
Yeah,
this,
absolutely, and it's great for mobile too, right? Because let's add it right to your wallet there. Yeah.
You were saying you have to pick 2 out of 20
Yeah.
to focus on, and I think this one is like specifically interesting for us.
Okay.
Because we started as a PR agency in Paris.
Yeah.
And so like we're really focused on fashion, high-end luxury.
Yeah.
And all those brands, we work very closely with them. We have a good relationship with those, and they are the ones that tell us like, is there a way to bring people to the stores?
Yeah.
Not only having them, because like for those luxury brands, they want the customer to have the experience.
Yeah.
So they are trying to tell us like, we need you to do something where you are going to, of course, drive sales on our website. This is good.
Yeah.
But they are not looking that much for performance as they are for like brand image and this kind of thing. They want people to go to their stores.
Yeah.
So I think this one is like specifically
Yeah.
interesting.